Hi, folks. Today we're going to talk a little bit about ChatGPT. And I don't have a lot of time because I'm recording this during halftime in the Roma Napoli match, and my guys are behind 0-1. So here we go. Look, I keep hearing people say that AI is like a calculator. Well, we adapted to calculators in schools, we can adapt to this. And I have to think no actual educator, except maybe a math teacher, would ever say that. I hear that and I'm thinking, are you insane? There is a world of difference between a calculator and an AI written essay. With a math problem, the answer is always exactly the same no matter who does the math. A person, a computer, different people, doesn't matter. 10 plus 10 is always 20. A calculator will literally generate the exact same answer as a person. That is not the case with creative or analytical writing. When I ask my students to write an essay, it is in the reading and the collating and the filtering and the analyzing of the material and in the thinking about how to present it. That's where the real learning takes place. Also, in my classes, I'm asking my students to write their essays as though they were teaching the material to someone who's never learned it before. So again, the learning is in the writing. Learning is a creative process. So it's very different from the calculators. Now, check this out. So I went to ChatGPT and I asked it to write an essay about writing essays. I asked it to write an essay on how the writing process helps student learn and what the effect of AI generated essays would be in that process. And here is what the AI wrote. Writing is a crucial tool for learning and has been used as a means of communication, expression, and knowledge acquisition for centuries. When students write, they engage in the process of translating their thoughts and ideas into words on a page. This process allows students to clarify their thoughts, organize their ideas, and make connections between different pieces of information. In doing so, writing helps students retain information more effectively and enables them to think critically about what they are learning. One of the key benefits of writing is that it allows students to engage in active learning. When students write, they are not passively receiving information, but are actively constructing meaning and understanding. Writing requires students to reflect on their own experiences and knowledge, as well as to analyze, synthesize, and evaluate the information they are receiving. Through this process, students develop a deeper understanding of the material and are more likely to retain what they have heard. Another benefit of writing is that it fosters the development of critical thinking skills. When students write, they are forced to make decisions about what information to include and what information to leave out. They must also consider how to present their ideas in a clear and concise manner and how to argue their point of view effectively. These skills are essential not only in writing, but also in other areas of life, such as problem solving, decision making, and communication. Writing also provides students with an opportunity to practice self-expression and creativity. When students write, they are given the freedom to explore their own thoughts and ideas and to express themselves in their own unique way. This freedom to express themselves encourages students to think beyond the boundaries of what they have been taught and to consider alternative perspectives and ideas. As a result, students are able to develop their own voice and develop a sense of individuality and creativity. In contrast, relying on an AI to write an essay robs students of the learning experience and results in nothing learned. When students use an AI to write their essays, they are simply inputting information and relying on the AI to produce a finished product. This process does not engage students in active learning as they are not reflecting on their own experiences and knowledge or analyzing, synthesizing, and evaluating information. Furthermore, using an AI to write an essay does not foster the development of critical thinking skills or provide students with an opportunity to practice self-expression and creativity. In short, relying on an AI to write an essay is a missed opportunity for learning and personal growth. In conclusion, writing is a powerful tool for learning and has many benefits for students. Writing allows students to engage in active learning, fosters the development of critical thinking skills, and provides students with an opportunity to practice self-expression and creativity. Relying on an AI to write an essay, on the other hand, robs students of the learning experience and results in nothing learned. To truly benefit from the educational experience, students must be actively engaged in the writing process, reflecting on their own experiences and knowledge, and practicing critical thinking, self-expression, and creativity. That is what the AI wrote about AIs writing essays. So there you have it, right from the robot's mouth. So anyone who says that it's just like a calculator is seriously deluded. It's only a very fancy search engine that gathers data without knowing the difference between true and false data. And unless you ask it to give you the footnotes, it doesn't tell you the sources. At least regular search engines give you the sources. But people are being fooled into thinking that the convenience of having the robot collate the material for you is worth giving up the filtering and knowing where your sources are. And I have asked ChatGPT questions and had it return factual errors and answers with unfair and inaccurate biases. And then when I corrected it, it claimed to be able to learn the answer and even gave me a footnote for the correct answer. But then when I asked it, why did you give me the wrong answer when you all this time had the footnote for the right answer? Well, then it returned an error and then I was kicked out. So finally, I asked ChatGPT this question. How does an AI such as ChatGPT discern reliable sources from unreliable sources and true information from false information? And here's what the AI admitted to me. ChatGPT, like other language models, is trained on a large data set of text from the internet, which includes a mix of reliable and unreliable sources and true and false information. However, it does not have the ability to independently verify the accuracy or reliability of information. Instead, it relies on patterns in the data it was trained on to generate its responses. If a particular piece of information appears frequently in the training data, it is more likely to be generated as a response. However, this also means that false or misleading information could be repeated and reinforced in its responses if it appeared frequently in the training data. To mitigate the risk of generating false or misleading information, OpenAI, the creators of ChatGPT, carefully curate the training data to exclude low-quality or unreliable sources. Additionally, the model is fine-tuned on smaller, more specific data sets to improve its performance in certain domains and limit the spread of false information. However, despite these efforts, the model is not perfect and can still generate inaccurate or false information. It is important for users to critically evaluate the information generated by AI models like ChatGPT and verify it against multiple reliable sources before accepting or using it. And so here we have the robot admitting that it can only deal with the information it's given. The information it's given is full of accurate and inaccurate information. It does try to mitigate the problem, but in effect, once the data set of information is opened up to the whole internet, there won't be any way to do that. And so what the AI suggests, of course, is that the user has to be the one who filters the information. Except that is precisely the thing that someone learning a new field cannot do, and they certainly can't do it from the limited, already filtered information that the AI generates. So this is the problem. So, if we think that education can do without students doing their own writing the way a math class can do without a slide rule, then we are going to be on this downward spiral. Look, already it's the case that fewer and fewer people read books. Now people don't have to write either. Without writing, there will be a lot less learning. No reading, no writing, and before long, there will be more robot-generated content on the internet than human-generated content. No one will know how to write anything new, and how will the robots even have any new information to glean from? That's this downward spiral, and then what? Well, watch the movie Idiocracy and find out what the world will look like. Actually, don't watch that movie. If you've already seen it, you know what the world will look like at the bottom of this downward spiral. So yeah, I know I sound like the grumpy old man who's afraid of robots. And yes, I, Robot is my favorite movie because Will Smith doesn't trust robots. And if I had any advice to give to you, I would say don't trust robots to make decisions for you. But, let's face it, to say that AI in the classroom is the same thing as a calculator, that's just crazy. All right. See you next time. Cheers. Hey, thanks for watching. Well, you know the drill. Subscribe, notifications, blah, blah, blah. But if you liked this video, please share it. And if you want more, consider getting one or more of my books. Or better yet, join me and the original church community on locals.com. There you can comment and interact with the rest of us. I hope to see you there.